J-Rock from the Recomp Lab. Just got done with chest day, second week. Let's go. Finished my first full week of creatine, 5 grams a day. Second week, you know it's gonna take 4 weeks for it to fully saturate the muscle, or a little longer. But I'm just staying consistent with my 5 grams of creatine. Like I said, I just did chest. I did, today was my first day doing the incline, and I did the incline flies. It didn't feel too comfortable in the shoulder area, so you know I kept it light on that for right now. But I also did the incline bench, and and I did flat bench also. You'll see clips of it in the video. But what I want to talk about today is, you know, I took pictures from the first week. Now I took pictures this week, and I was a little discouraged because I was like, you know, I don't see, it don't look like I'm losing no weight. But you know, I did some research, got some data, because you know we in the lab, and what happens is, you know, your visceral fat is hard fat. So as you begin to lose weight and you're building your muscle, as the fat is breaking down, that's the fat around your organs. As it starts to break down, you can tell the first sign is that your stomach will get squishy. It's not gonna be hard. You know, if you got a big belly and you eating unhealthy, it's gonna be hard. That's a bad sign, because it's all the fat that's suffocating your organs, the fat that's clogging up your arteries. All of that makes it solid. So you'll look a little flabbier, I'm gonna say, you know, because that fat is breaking down. So had to go get the data. I trust the process. I'm in the lab. So like I said, if you have any doubts about anything you're doing, or if you have questions or doubts about anything I'm saying, do your research. Do your research. Google is a great tool. So you can find any information you need. You can go check out your local libraries. You know, you can read, just get the information, fact check me, you know what I'm saying? And jump in the comments if you have some tips or some things that can help me. Also tonight, I'm eating my 189 grams of protein. It's a beautiful meal tonight. Like I said, just because you're eating healthy and clean doesn't mean it ain't good. So remember, you follow along, I'm gonna be showing you my meals and show you that really you eating really good. You know, you get full way faster than eating cheeseburgers or cupcakes and stuff like that. You get full and it stays with you. That's why I'm able to do OMAD, because I'm not hungry during the day. I'm not hungry, and at the end of the day, I can eat. I can eat till I'm full. I don't want to eat no more. But I know that I got to get all my protein sources in. I know I'm not overdoing it, because I calorie check. I count my calories on everything I eat. I'm just eating vegetables and meat, basically, you know what I'm saying, and eggs. I'm not eating bread. I'm not drinking no sodas. I'm not drinking no juices, because you got to be kind of weary of fruit. People always say fruit is healthy, but you got to remember that if you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight, that's going to shoot your insulin levels up. That's still sugar. So don't eat you a big bowl of fruit and think you're doing anything good, because it's gonna spike your insulin. And we know we trying to get away from insulin. We don't want the insulin going up, because the insulin tells the body to do what? Store fat. What we trying to do? Get rid of fat. We trying to keep our insulin low. We trying to keep our blood pressure low. We trying to create an environment that's productive and healthy. So remember, low salt. You gotta keep your salt low. You gotta keep your sugars low. With no sugar, you don't need no sugar. We don't need no sugar. No sugars, don't need that, no high sodium, don't need no bread, because that's a bunch of carbs. And carbs, that tells the body it sends a message to the body to store fat. So remember, yeah, it's good for energy if you're working out. So I'm not gonna say cut out all your carbs. You know, what works for you works for you, but keep an eye on it. And like I said, go fact check it. So remember, it's J-Rock from the Recomp Lab. I want you guys to stay focused. Trust the process. You gotta trust the process. And remember, you always gotta stay in the lab, because I'm always in the lab, and I'm gonna stay in the lab. Till next time, remember, share, like, subscribe, tell somebody, follow along. Let's get to this journey together. Peace. Here's my meal for the night. I got 10 baked chicken wings. I got a serving of pinto beans. I got 10 ounces of steak. I'm about to, tear it up. It's 1,500 calories. It's 189 grams of protein. Remember, we got to stay in the lab. We got to trust the process. So remember, just because you eating clean and healthy, don't mean that you got to eat something that you don't like. Bake it, Just count your calories and make sure you staying on board. What I'm missing from this plate tonight is my greens. I love spinach. So tomorrow I'm gonna have my spinach on there, but I got my fiber. The beans got protein and fiber. So this is my meal tonight: the steak, the eggs, the chicken wings, and those good old pinto beans. Man, I'm gonna enjoy this. All right, don't forget, click that subscribe button, share, like, comment, do all of it. Remember, stay in the lab, trust the process.